What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros, number
What's up,
13.
everybody? Wow, our podcast is officially a teenager now.
I know, right? We're gonna start our, being super mean to our parents and rebelling against everybody. It's gonna be great.
Lashing out against parental figures,
Lashing out. The
lots
grades
of
don't
grades
matter.
time. Yeah,
But yeah,
spiraling.
so I've had a little bit of an interesting week. Brittany got sick on, I think around. She said she wasn't feeling good on Thursday.
Is it coronavirus or no?
It's funny. I'll get to that. So
Oh.
So we, so we were, so she hadn't been feeling great on Thursday, and then when I came home Thursday, I brought her like some Theraflu because she thought it was the flu, and so I gave her that, and then she ended up taking like a couple hour nap or whatever, and said she felt better. But then Friday, Kellen woke up with it, so her and Kellen were both like incapacitated for the whole day, and then I get home, and Kellen like he just all he wanted to do was just be on me and like snuggle and stuff, and he ended up actually sleeping with us on Friday, and then I woke up the next day feeling like absolute Duke. I knew I was. I mean, he was like breathing in my face. I knew I was gonna get it, so I just felt like horrible Dookie. And so like I played on Saturday since I wasn't feeling great too, like play some games and stuff, but it was just one of it like it hurt down to like my bones.
It was that bad where you just couldn't even do anything.
Yeah, it was horrible. Like I spent like
Ugh.
all the day in bed, and then I think around like 10, I ended up actually getting up with Kellen, and finally came downstairs and ate something. But Friday night we had actually gotten Chinese food for dinner, and then I woke up not feeling great. So I mean, there's that correlation with the coronavirus.
Here we go.
But yeah, so I ended up actually after I got up around like 10 last night, Brittany and
It's 10 p.m. or 10
10,
a.m.?
10 p.m. Brittany and Kaylee were playing some Overcooked, and then they ended up stopping. And I was trying to look at the Switch marketplace and just kind of see what was on there. And then I thought about that game Among the Sleep. I don't know if you've ever played that.
I've heard of it.
But it was actually on sale. It was like $10 or something like that, or $12. So I ended up getting it, and I started it, and it's pretty good. It's like it's told from the perspective of a 2-year-old. He just turned 2. Your mom gives you like a cake or whatever, and while you're eating it, you hear like a knock on the door, and the mom's like, "Not now," whatever, and she goes and answers the door, and you don't see who it is, but it's like heavily implied that it's like the baby's father or whatever, and then like but yeah, it's pretty cool. And then she brings you in like a present that I guess is from him, and she takes you upstairs, and you end up getting out of like your little playpen area, and you open up the present, and it's like this walking, talking teddy bear. So it's like super weird, and then it just kind of gets more weird after that.
Is it a horror game or
Yeah, it's like a
what?
puzzle based horror game. But it's really cool. It was actually super short. It was like maybe less than 3 hours.
Oh, you finished it?
Yeah, I started it last night. I played for like an hour, and then I
Mm.
picked it back up this morning and finished it up. I didn't expect to beat it so quickly, but yeah, but it's pretty cool. It's got like some nice horror elements to it.
Mhm.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, if you're gonna play it, I would definitely get it on sale because I think the normal price is $25. I don't think that's probably worth it for
Seems like a lot for
yeah.
a VR game.
So, but yeah, it's really cool. I mean the graphics are not. I mean, it came out in 2014, and then I think they re-released it on like the Switch, Xbox, and PS4 not too long ago.
Gotcha.
But it is it's pretty nice. I really enjoyed it. And while I was waiting on that to download, I actually started playing Hollow Knight for the first time. And I played about maybe 30 minutes of it, but I really dig like the aesthetics and like the art style of the game. It's
Yeah, the art
really
style was
really
awesome
cool.
for it.
And like I like the whole like you have what 5 hits or something like that, and like they really like emphasize you getting hit. Like the whole screen just like kind of goes blurry, and there's like a loud sound. It's pretty cool.
It makes it a little difficult when you're like fighting a boss.
Yeah.
And it almost stutters the screen.
Yeah,
when
it kind
you're
of like
doing it.
slows it down a little bit.
I think I ended up turning that off. 'Cause
Oh,
I
you
think
can do that?
have the option of like turning off the,
Okay, cool.
or maybe I'm thinking of Celeste. Maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, I played maybe 20 minutes of that, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it some more. So
It's a long game. It's
I heard it was like 30 hours or something, like pretty
yeah, and
significant.
you spend 15 hours like just confused on where to go.
Yeah, there was like yeah, it does kind of seem to have that like
It's like a sprawling dungeon or a
yeah,
sprawling
like you're gonna go back to
game.
like there was one boss that I immediately found and I could not hit him. Like you'd always like go underneath his shell or whatever. So maybe I get some sort of projectile weapon or something at some point. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
I
there's a
ended
lot of
up
optional bosses too.
yeah I ended up leaving that. But yeah, it's pretty cool from the short time I played. I'm definitely looking forward to going back to that. And I actually just finished Dragon Ball Z um, Thursday. I finished it Thursday.
Nice.
And then after I finished it, it kind of like opens up and there's like a whole bunch of more side quests. I've done a little bit of them.
Mhm.
I mean, they're kind of the same stuff that the normal
Same
game
fetch
had.
quests.
Yeah, same kind of fetchy quests.
So, how do you feel about it now? Because you were pretty impressed by it.
Oh yeah, I mean
At the
like
start.
yeah, the whole side quest thing kind of it's kind of crappy, but I mean just the fighting mechanics, I love it. It's so much fun. It's one of those games. And a lot like Xenoverse as well is if you don't go into battles with like potions and like sensu beans and some sort of healing option, you're gonna lose. Like
You
there's
can't just
no there's
outclass them.
yeah there's just no kind of brute. Not, most of the time you can, but if it's more than one enemy or something like that, it can get pretty hectic. And I remember I think I was talking about it last week, but anytime you fight more than one enemy, that can be kind of a drag because everyone's like shooting you with stuff, so it can kind of get a little overwhelming as far as trying to like power up and use your moves as well.
Yeah.
So that can be a little frustrating. But yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed that game, and I'm definitely gonna see it through and probably get all the achievements. I only got like maybe 6 or 7 left,
Oh, nice.
so and they seem like pretty doable. But
Do you
yeah.
think a non DBZ fan would like it?
I think so. I mean, it's it's kind of like a light RPG fighting game. I mean, it really does. It's probably as far as story wise for a video game for Dragon Ball Z, it's probably the best at going through the story because I mean, there's so much stuff that I ended up forgetting.
Yeah.
And so many characters that I forgot, and it does a nice job of fan service, but also, I mean, it definitely helps to know the story, but you don't necessarily have to watch a show to kind of get a vibe of what's going on. It's pretty nice about taking you through the story.
So you don't need a ton of context going into it. You could just.
Not really, no. I mean, you kind of,
That's good.
yeah.
I don't know, man. Like at this point, I'd say like if you're not a Dragon Ball Z fan, you probably won't ever be.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
You know, with how many games there have been, and shows been out for forever.
yeah, I know, yeah. It's
Yeah.
Pretty
I wonder
crazy.
How that game did like sales wise.
I don't know. It came out, what, like, I think the 18th or 16th or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Actually,
sure it did pretty well, but
it seemed like it was pretty, getting a lot of, like, buzz, I guess, about it.
it definitely did when it was announced because people were like super psyched for a story
Yeah.
driven.
Yeah, and I mean, it just like as in like as a RPG, like just it makes a lot of sense with Dragon Ball Z because you are literally constantly fighting all the time. So like you're constant, like I said before, you're constantly getting XP and all that stuff. So it makes a lot of sense as far as unlocking your abilities, and some stuff is locked behind story. So, but yeah, it's really nice,
Nice.
really nice.
So
But
you're gonna see it through.
yep,
See it through
yep.
to 100% completion.
Yep, I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do all the side quests and stuff, and then probably finish a couple other things. But yeah, it's really nice.
Man, you're really sticking to that New Year's resolution.
Yeah, I'm trying
You're
to
doing a great job.
yeah I'm trying to play a ton of games, man.
That's good.
But that is about. I think that is there anything else that I can think of that I've been playing? No, I think that's it. I think that's it.
So, I finished Ori and the Blind Forest.
Yeah, I saw you playing it last night.
Yeah, I beat it in just under 8 hours. and man, I loved it.
Yeah.
It has like 3 main dungeons, I guess you can call them, and there aren't really boss battles per se throughout the game, but at the end of each dungeon, there's like an escape sequence
Yeah.
that you have to do, and you have to do the whole thing in one run. If you die,
Oh gosh.
at the very end, you have to start over, and it can take like a minute and a half to 2 minutes to get through all of it. So it's pretty long in game time.
Yeah.
Having to reset. But those are like some of the most like, invigorating pieces of the game.
Really?
Just fighting through that, and it's like a pretty substantial platforming challenge as well. So I really liked it. The upgrade tree I thought was pretty cool. It didn't do a ton for the game itself, but you unlocked a bunch of new abilities like the double. Okay, so once you unlock a double jump in any side-scrolling game,
it changes it.
Like it opens up tremendously.
Oh yeah.
That's like the point in the game where like, oh my god, I can go everywhere now. Like I remember this and this and this and this that I can go to.
It's like Celeste when you first get like I mean you get that pretty early on, but that's a pretty cool moment.
Yeah, because Celeste you get the double jump and then you get. Was there another ability you get in Celeste?
I think it's just double jump, isn't it?
Is it just the double? Yeah, I think it's just the double jump. Because then your hair turns pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns a different color when you don't have the double jump.
Yeah. No, but like I love games like that where you unlock like Metroidvanias where you unlock something and then you remember something from the beginning of the game that you can go back to.
Yeah.
Man, that's so cool that they gated off with the intention of you like remembering it and coming back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love games like that.
And that's exactly how Hollow Knight is. And I know I talked about that last week. But, good games. I don't know if I like. Well, it's hard to compare to Hollow Knight because they're like different beasts altogether. Like Hollow Knight's like a 30-hour plus game.
Yeah.
And Ori's kind of a contained experience. But I don't know. I guess I don't want to compare them. They're both really.
All right.
What was it talking
about? Comparing Hollow Knight and Ori, I think.
Hollow Knight. Oh, I'm really excited for Ori and the Will of the Wisp now. Now that I'm up to speed.
Yeah, that might be something that I might tackle this week while I'm playing Dragon Ball. Kind of take a little break and try up Ori.
Yeah, it's good. Good short game.
Yeah.
It's good story too. I really liked the story. The beginning kind of reminded me of Up.
Oh, okay.
Beginning of Up.
So super sad, huh?
Super sad. Instantly sad. It's like the game starts and you hear the music and you're like, man, this is gonna be a sad game, isn't it? It was. But that's about all I've been playing this week. I can't remember if I've even touched anything else. Oh, I downloaded a game called Cuisine Royale.
Cuisine Royale?
On Xbox. It's like a battle royale, and I played a round of it. And I was like, game's pretty dumb.
What is it? Like a food?
It's just a battle royale, like kind of in the vein of PUBG.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's called Cuisine Royale though. Maybe I didn't get deep enough into the mechanics of the game.
Maybe when you win, you get a cuisine of something instead of a chicken dinner.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think, like, to me, as far as Battle Royale goes, I'm kind of done with them. Like, they just kind of came in and went. I mean, PUBG was super awesome for what it was. I mean, it ran like poo-poo, but, I mean, it was pretty good. And,
it really did.
And Fortnite played well. I just couldn't get behind, like, the building and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then Apex, I feel like I would play Apex more if there was just, like, a single-player option. In that game, like, it takes so long to kill somebody. In Apex, I think it just takes like I don't know.
I still think Apex is like the perfect battle royale.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like the top tier. I mean it's, but yeah, I think as far as battle royales go, I'm kind of like done with them. I don't know if another one could come out where I would definitely like.
What if they had a
Halo?
Zelda battle royale? What if they had a Halo battle royale? What'd you do? How many Xboxes would you buy? If that was
I would get 3 Series X's, just so I could play them all at the same time.
Series XXX.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ooh. But yeah, I don't know, just not a huge fan of the battle royale genre.
You're over
Like
it.
that. I think I'm over it. I tried Call of Duty 4 or Call of Duty Black Ops 4's battle royale for a little bit, and that was okay. Yeah,
I love that one. That was
yeah.
good.
I think I just like the traditional multiplayer kind of stuff. 4v4,
Shorter-
5v5.
Shorter games.
Yeah, shorter games,
Where you're not just running around for
less
20
stake.
minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy like the looting and stuff of them, and like getting more powerful stuff. But when you die, it just super sucks.
A lot of it feels pointless sometimes. Like, I'll spend 10 minutes looting to immediately get shot in the back and die. I'm like, great, that was a waste of my time.
Yeah, you spend like so much time looting, and then once you get towards the end of the game, if you're lucky, and you didn't get enough good stuff, then you're just kind of screwed. And then sometimes you don't even have good stuff, and you can still win. It just kind of, I don't know,
It's luck of the draw.
it just kind of it kind of depends on, like, especially with PUBG, it kind of depends on where you're at, like where you come into the circle. Kind of just depends on that.
Yeah, the luck of the circle.
Yeah. All right, take him out. But yeah, just kind of the luck of the where you're at in the circle, and then whether or not you have to like run out in the open field or something.
Just get immediately sniped.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, dang it. So, all right, you want to go ahead and jump into the news?
Yeah, let's do it.
So first one up is Animal Crossing might not support console save transfers and does not have cloud saves. This
Sucks.
it's super. I mean, I just don't understand why every game doesn't have cloud saves. I mean, they say it's to claim because they don't want people cheating, but you can
manipulate.
but you can do that anyways. If you turn Wi-Fi off on your Switch, you can do that.
Yeah.
So I don't understand this like story and why they don't have cloud saves, and then not to have like cross-platform saving. Like if you want to move it across from the Switch Lite and the regular Switch. I mean, this game is, I don't know, it's meant for the like Switch Lite.
Yeah.
It just seems a little crazy.
I really don't like. Just let it happen. Just let people control their data.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of like, okay, so we'll skip to the last story as well. So 30% of Switch Lite owners already have a Switch. I mean, that's a pretty big number.
Yeah.
And that's people who are double dipping.
And that means 30% can't play Splatoon or Pokemon or Animal Crossing. Across both of them, they have to stick to one.
Yeah, that's just, especially Pokemon. That's crazy to me. I mean, I don't know, just
like I just don't understand how you could cheat with Pokemon if you have cloud saves.
I mean, if people
Maybe I'm dumb, but
yeah, I mean, people are gonna cheat regardless, whether or not you put these barriers up. So I just don't understand not having cloud saves for certain games, and certain games do it. It just makes zero sense to me, and just kind of, I don't know. It kind of makes you, for these people like yourself that own both consoles. It's like, well, which one am I gonna play it on? I mean, what do I see myself playing? Do I see myself playing Animal Crossing on the big screen, or on a 5.5-inch screen? What is the best? What is the best option? I mean, yeah, you can take your other Switch with you, but the reason why you bought the tinier Switch is because it's more convenient. It's more of like a form factor for you to put it in a book bag or laptop case or something.
Like, I would have finished Pokemon by now if I could have freaking played it on my Switch Lite.
Yeah. It makes zero sense to me, and I just don't understand why Nintendo does some of that stuff it does with its online stuff.
They're punishing the entire population of Switch owners just because a few people are cheating.
Yeah.
And for Animal Crossing,
who cares?
People are cheating.
Who cares? I mean, it's Animal Crossing. I mean, who cares? If people want to skip a year ahead and watch all their fruit grow, but if that's the way they want to play the game, then let them play it. I mean,
that's fine.
Who cares?
I don't think their actions have any effect on the economy in the game. Because I know, you can kind of manipulate the prices of items
Yeah.
you buy and sell. So I don't know if that's dependent on other players.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I think it's just your own island.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
And
It's
also,
kind of bizarre.
I can't remember if I read somewhere that you can only have one island per console.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that. So yeah, if you
Or
have,
one island per profile.
it's per console. So if you have like a different, so if like Alicia wanted to play on your Switch, she would have to play within your world that you've already created. She doesn't get her own.
But what if she created her separate profile?
Well, I think it's just one like island per Switch, like period. There's even if you have your own separate profile,
Why?
I don't know. It's weird. It's super weird. I don't know. So it's just another way of them just I don't know.
But I don't understand how that could even be used for cheating.
I don't know. Maybe if like you were doing something and then she came in and was just like using her island to give you stuff. I don't know. I don't know what they're
Like
thinking is.
farming
Yeah.
through the other island or something.
Yeah. But if I don't know if it's even if it's that way, who cares? Just give us the convenience of doing what we want to do. This doesn't make any sense.
For a single player game like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
You play how you want to play.
Anyways, you want to read the second story?
Yeah. So Sony closed their first-party VR studio, Manchester VR in the UK. Apparently, they were working on an unannounced VR project.
Yeah, so I think they started in like 2015 or 2016. Probably whenever I'm not sure when the PlayStation VR came out. So probably whenever that thing launched, they created this studio.
I think it was 2015.
15.
Or maybe 2016.
So yeah, I don't know what they were working on, but yeah, they went ahead and closed them down. They did release that infograph, I think a couple weeks ago, where PlayStation had sold like over 100 million 100 million units, but the VR only sold like 5 million, so it's less than 5% of the whole install base. That's pretty bad.
And then if you take that 5 million and you're releasing a game, you're selling to those 5 million people, so you're going to hit even less. So like,
Yeah.
you could have a game selling less than 100,000 copies.
Yeah. So I mean the PlayStation VR is cool. I mean you've owned one or you have one. But yeah, I don't know where VR is gonna be in the next couple of years. I know it's not gonna go away.
It has to go like as wireless as possible.
Yeah, I mean I think the Oculus Quest is completely wireless and it doesn't.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and it doesn't require any sort of computing power or anything like that. It just all works on the device itself. So, I mean, that's the way I think VR is going to head. I know like the HTC Vive, that's still plugged up to your computer and stuff, but it's obviously more powerful. But I don't know. I just think an average home in like the United States, we just don't have that much room. Like you need a lot of room to play some of these games.
For the first, well, it was HTC Vive that came out first, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that. But they like you had to have all those pillars or the cameras
Mm-hmm.
around the room just so you can play it.
Yeah, and it's like $700-800, like to $1,000, and then you have to have a PC that can actually handle the.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, I don't think VR is going away. It just.
It's a lot more niche than people thought it would be.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Sony is, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna try to step away from it, but I mean, with them closing a first party studio like this, I mean that kind of.
Doesn't look good.
Yeah, a little bit of like a telltale sign of, what's to come, and and then they even they interviewed. I don't know if it was Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, but they said that they weren't interested in anything like VR. So that kind of, it just hasn't done well enough for people to invest the time, especially for like Microsoft. So.
Yeah, I think people thought it was going to be like the next revolution.
Yeah, I mean, I know Xbox or Microsoft has like their HoloLens thing that they had shown off, but it's kind of been dormant for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to figure out how to use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the stuff I've seen is it's cool stuff. Even that new Walking Dead game looked pretty awesome. The Saints and Sinners game. I watched a couple of.
HoloLens?
Huh?
Was that HoloLens?
No, it was for I don't know if it came out on PSVR, but it was like on the Quest and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But that looked pretty cool. That's kind of been regarded as one of the better first person VR shooters. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Wow.
I don't know. I just don't know where they'll. I don't.
I haven't played my PSVR in years. Like,
I mean, they did.
years.
Didn't they do it like a second iteration of the VR, PlayStation VR?
Yeah, they did. I don't think.
But it's not wireless though, is it?
No, they're just higher computing power, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it ran a little bit better. Not that I had like much issue with the initial
Hmm.
PSVR. I still think Resident Evil 7 was like one of the coolest
Oh yeah.
gaming experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, I would still love to
PSVR.
play RE7 in VR, but
Yeah.
especially for the first time, like that had been
It
like
was
just insane.
insane, man.
But yeah, I mean maybe they'll do a wireless version of the VR, but I mean without them only selling, I mean less than 5% of their total install base for the PS4s. I mean I just don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do going forward with the VR.
It's a lot to ask too, because you're asking people to not only own a PS4, but then spend another
$300, yeah.
$200 now
Yeah,
on another peripheral
yeah,
that has like 6 different wires.
yeah. I think like going forward, it's like I mean people just want less wires.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so PS5 pricing may be dependent on the Xbox Series X.
Whoa! What if the Xbox Series X pricing is dependent on the PS5? What are they
Then
gonna
they're
do
never
about it?
coming out. They're just gonna be free. How about that?
Hey,
I don't like. Okay, so I don't know how to feel because like obviously if you remember back in the day when PS3 first launched, it was $600, and then
Yeah.
they dropped it pretty significantly. Kind of like I think the DS. Wasn't the DS like pretty expensive at first?
3DS dropped from 250 to 200, I think.
Yeah,
Or
like
300 to 250.
yeah, like
one of the-
pretty like a couple of months after it came out, right? That's why you were grandfathered into that
Yeah,
to that program or the
yeah. I can't. The ambassadors.
The ambassadors
is what we call
program.
it. I was an ambassador for the 3DS.
but yeah, I think I don't know like I mean Sony was so dominant with PS4 this generation. I mean they've already outsold I mean the Xbox like 2-1 and the Switch has already surpassed the Xbox One. So
Why are they being coy about?
yeah,
price?
I think anything more than 500 is just too much.
Yeah.
I think 500 is it's still really expensive, but I mean that's kind of where I would that would be like my stop.
Mhm. I'd think about that one. I'd say, hey, is this worth it? Right
Yeah,
now?
because
Is it worth the buy-in from the beginning.
the One X was what $500 when it first came out.
Yep.
But the Xbox One was also $500, but it came bundled with the
Connect.
Kinect. So I mean
And then they dropped that, and it dropped down to like
$450 or something like that.
no,
Or 400.
It was 400 or 350.
Yeah, well, I think they had to do that quickly because the PS4 was just taking off. So the PS4 is, I think, a little bit more powerful than the Xbox One original, but it was also $100 cheaper. So I mean, so even with the 360 being so well regarded, and I think over time the PS3 caught up to like the total lifetime sales of the 360, but I think just them being $100 cheaper just really let them take off. And then obviously having like, the better first party exclusives and stuff. I mean, Sony has just knocked it out of the park with their first party stuff. So yeah, I don't know why like they're kind of being coy about it. They should just come out with a number. I mean, Xbox isn't gonna be. At least I hope so. They're not gonna be coming out with something crazy.
I don't think they can.
Yeah,
Like they can't overshoot it again like they did with the one.
yeah. I mean, I can give people options maybe. I mean, it's rumored that Xbox is gonna have the cheaper, kind of not as powerful console. So maybe, they have those two different SKUs of 500 and 400, but even then, I don't know, like anytime there's two different SKUs, it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of puts your your audience in. It's like, what do you spend less money but get a less powerful machine, or do you spend more money but the other machine could possibly be anywhere between $500 and $600? I mean, I just don't know.
Yeah, I wonder how that model works out, because Apple does the same thing. Where
Yeah.
Now 3 different models of the iPhone.
And I think like, especially with like the stopgap between generations of having the Pro and the X, I think they're definitely looking at like phone models, coming out every year when you can kind of do like a significant upgrade between, the larger upgrades.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and you still.
I don't know. It's gonna be an interesting couple months once we learn the pricing and all the cool stuff about the consoles.
Right. I feel like we're also in a friendlier state in the console wars than we were back when the 360 and the PS3 were out.
Yeah.
And then when the One and PS4 came out.
Well, Phil Spencer even said recently that he doesn't look as Sony and Nintendo as competitors. He's leaning towards more like Google and, companies that are getting into like the cloud services and stuff like that, because that's really where Xbox is heading, is the cloud. It was rumored for a while that, Xbox was going to put an app on the Switch where you could play, Xbox games. So that's the direction I think Xbox is going. They're kind of looking past the whole console war thing and just getting more onto, they want their platform on as many devices as possible.
Right. And that's where those rumors of Game Pass coming to Switch
Mm-hmm.
kind of came from.
Yep. I mean,
it sounds possible at this point.
Yeah, I mean they're all in on like having all their first party stuff coming to PC. There's that rumor of Horizon coming to PC as well, and I think Death Stranding as well. So I think Sony is finally looking past like these console exclusives and just putting them on the PC. Like it's still an exclusive like to the PlayStation, but
yeah, because PC isn't really
yeah, I mean it's never really been
like
it's never really been like a factor into the.
Because who the heck are you competing with?
Yeah. A better machine. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think on the 4th, the PS5 website went up and it was running, and then it kind of said like announcements coming soon. So that was kind of it.
Oh yeah, because they announced that they weren't quite ready to announce
the
PS5 yet.
Kind of like the logo at GDC. They were just like, here's the PS5 logo. It's like you just deleted the 4 and added 5. Well, they don't need to. I mean, they were so dominant last gens that they can kind of just do whatever they want. I feel like
they don't need to show their hand.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect at the Game Awards for Phil Spencer to come out and drop a video of what the Series X looked like. I mean, that was kind of crazy, but
that was some big energy.
Yeah, big energy.
Oh man! All right, what else we got? Saints Row 4 re-elected announced for the Switch.
Yep.
Which I guess means Saints Row 3 remaster did.
Probably did pretty well. I mean, those games they're a little bit older now. I'm sure that it's probably a easier port to do, and I don't know. I never actually played Saints Row 4. I know I did play 3, and after 3 was kind of bonkers, and 4 was even crazier. So
more bonkers.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, but I guess it's filling up that GTA hole.
Yeah, for sure.
There needs to be a Grand Theft Auto on the Switch. They can do it.
I'm surprised they haven't put like 4 on there, or even 5. Or any, like
5 on the Switch.
Yeah, or even like any of the games, like Chinatown Wars or something. I mean, that came out to DS back in the day, and that it was later released on phone. Do what?
Or like San Andreas.
Yeah, something.
Remastered or something. I don't know.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not any on the Switch right now, but who knows?
So the next story So this is an interesting one because this Wonderful 101 Kickstarter is just the first of 4 Platinum
The
games
Platinum
announcements.
4.
The
Yeah.
Platinum 4. And I'm wondering, initially, the high hopes in me thought it was going to be one a day.
Oh.
This is crazy. But I think it'll either be one a week or like 4 announcements until E3.
Yeah.
But they started off with the Kickstarter for Wonderful 101, and they had a few stretch goals. One of them was 50,000 for the Switch,
Yeah.
200 for PS4, and then 500 for PC.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
want to say that's correct. And then like $1 million for some extra content in the game. And they passed. I think it was like it took them 30 minutes to fund the Switch version,
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
and then the rest of it was funded like in a few hours.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, the game's already made. And, like, they're
It's coming
just...
out in April.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just kind of like it was kind of a weird thing. Like, I mean, usually Kickstarters are, you get the money up front so you can help make the game, but I think it was just a way to see how many people are actually interested in it.
Yeah, and Platinum wants to get into self-publishing too.
Exactly, yeah. So that probably covers a lot of the advertisements and
Right.
stuff like that too. So
And then they have that deal with Tencent, or Tencent like owns a portion of Platinum now, and they put that in the Kickstarter because people were asking like, well, why is Tencent not paying for this,
yeah,
or why is Nintendo not paying for the publishing? And they just said they wanted to branch out into self-publishing.
mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they'll do more Kickstarters in the future, but it was pretty cool to see
Yeah,
a game like Wonderful 101, which didn't do well at all on Switch, like garner so much support from everyone.
well, I mean, it's like every Wii U game, like you can kind of give it a new birth on the Switch. I mean, there was a lot of really good Wii U games that came out, and just nobody bought the console because
And it's just sad because there are a lot of good games.
yeah, it just wasn't marketed well, so it just tanked.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to playing it and checking it out and stuff.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah,
Sure.
and I pretty much like. I mean, Platinum makes a lot of good games, so I mean, they made some crummy ones, but they make some good stuff too.
What do you think they're gonna announce for the next 3?
I don't know.
I know Bayonetta 3 has to be one of them, right?
Well, they've already announced that though, right?
Well, yeah, but like they've just announced it. No, that's it.
Yeah,
That was 2 years ago.
yeah. I don't know.
I think they're gonna show some gameplay and then have a release date for it.
Maybe something this week. Who knows?
Maybe tomorrow.
maybe.
Maybe today if you're watching this.
Yeah, right. Little
Wow.
Platinum Monday.
Oh man. Yeah. Maybe a new Nier Automata.
Oh yeah, they did make that game. Yeah, maybe like a sequel to Nier or something like that.
Or they'll kickstart Scalebound.
Yeah, that's something. Well, Microsoft owns the rights to that, so they'd have to purchase that from Microsoft, and then I wonder what happened with that game because I mean it looked interesting, but I don't know.
It probably just didn't work.
Yeah, it probably. I mean, the demo of the show didn't like look great. I mean, it had like some interesting concepts and stuff, but
It's hard to make a game where you have like an autonomous creature,
yeah,
kind of like The Last Guardian.
yeah,
Like half the time that game just did not work.
yeah. It's hard to. Yeah, definitely understand that. But yeah, I mean, that game looked cool. So maybe I don't know. Maybe they've been. Well, they haven't been working on it if Microsoft owns the IP, but I mean, maybe that's something they can purchase and get back and really make it the way they want to make it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Guess all we can do is wait and see.
Yeah. I just realized, Nick, that I actually never hit the record button, so I'm going to have to hopefully download this on the Facebook Live version. Hopefully it sounds good.
Oh God. What you doing?
Whoops. I should be able. I mean, it should be okay.
Can you download it from the Facebook Live version?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. I wonder if I can save it from. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll get it edited up tomorrow and stuff. Oh, yeah, we're about to wrap up. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about this week?
That's about it. I have good feelings going into next week. I feel like we're gonna get here's what's gonna happen.
Honestly,
Switch 2 announcement.
Switch 2.
PS6.
The Switcher. Oh,
Switcher.
there is a new game on the Switch that I want to try. It's the new. It's like the new Witcher game. It's like a card battler or
Yes.
something.
That looks so awesome.
Yeah, like I was.
Insane.
I think it was a couple nights ago. Me and Brittany were playing Overcooked, and I was looking like the marketplace or something, and I got to scroll down, and I was like, "What is this?" And she's like, "The Witcher." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch.
I'm sure Brittany was like, "Oh no, please
Yeah.
God."
Well, I always joke and say, "All right, I'm gonna go watch The Witcher for the third time." But yeah, I do want to check that out and see how that is, because it's not Gwent.
Thronebreaker. Right?
Yeah, Thronebreaker. It's not Gwent. It's something a little different.
I think
So.
I think it's 2 lanes.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I think I do want to check that out this week. Gosh, there's just so many stuff I want to play, man.
It's like a long game too.
Yeah.
Like 40+ hours.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the perfect like game to play in bed, like handheld.
Get a few rounds in.
Yeah.
I heard the story is even comparably good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
That's
made
good.
by
It's
made by CD Projekt. So. So yeah, hopefully there's some good. I'm just more excited for just like, I just want another Direct. I just want another Nintendo Direct. I don't want
Just
it.
give me something.
I don't want a game specific Direct. I mean, because I feel like, Animal Crossing comes out next month, so that maybe they'll do one more Direct for that.
Mhm.
But I don't want that. I just want a Direct.
No one wants that.
I just
That
want,
trash game.
yeah.
No.
I just want a nice new Direct, announcing some really high quality stuff.
I just miss it, man. It's been way too long since I've had one.
Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, some sort of Zelda remaster or something. Just something.
You keep asking for this. It's never gonna happen if you keep asking for it.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. It's gonna happen.
You know, here's what I'm calling. Tuesday at 11 a.m. There's gonna be a tweet from Nintendo saying a Direct is coming Wednesday at noon.
It's gonna be an exactly 23-minute Direct. So they always state the time. Like everybody does that now. It's like, oh, it's gonna be 23 minutes.
And we're gonna talk about Animal Crossing for 22 and a half of it.
Ooh, look what's in the last 30 seconds. But yep, I think that's gonna wrap up the show this week. My voice is starting to give out now. But yeah, appreciate everyone that tuned in, has been listening, all that good stuff. If you want to send us emails, gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com.
Say that one more time. What is it?
It's gamingwiththebros at yahoo.com.
.com.
So yeah, just send us anything you want, any sort of questions that you guys have for us. Doesn't have to be game related. If you guys want to give us some topics to talk about, we've kind of been slacking on the topic of the week the past couple weeks. But yeah, just send us anything, man. We're just trying to get that first email in, and
Maybe next week we could talk about our favorite console exclusives for all the games.
yeah, that'd be cool.
For all the consoles.
For all the games.
All the game exclusive consoles.
All the game exclusive consoles. Wii Sports.
Hey, you might hate on that, but that's one of the best selling games of all time.
Well, yeah,
So
because
shove it.
it was bundled. That game was incredible though, for what it was.
It was.
But yeah, appreciate everyone that's been listening, and we will see you guys on the next episode. Later, guys.
Bye.